Hello and welcome to the East Lampeter Township Public Meeting. All participants are now informed that this meeting is being recorded. This meeting is also being offered virtually utilizing Zoom, which is a cloud-based platform for remote video and audio conferencing. The Zoom application is free to the public. The general public is therefore able to join the meeting by connection through the internet or by calling in by phone. The public is also able to observe the meeting on the Township's YouTube channel. Please continue to check the Township website calendar for any updates related to these public meetings. Agendas for these public meetings will also be available on the Township's website. Please be reminded that this meeting is being video and audio recorded and will be posted to the Township's YouTube channel for viewing. The meeting will now proceed with the chairman calling the meeting to order and identifying all other members present in the meeting room and those joining the meeting via Zoom. The chairman will then confirm those members joining by Zoom can be heard.
All right, good evening. I'll call this meeting to order. The Monday, April 3rd meeting of the East Lampeter Industrial and Commercial Redevelopment Authority. Joining Vice Chair Corey Meyer, John Flowers, and Glenn Eberly are absent this evening. If you'll rise and join me for the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Public comment received on any non-agenda items. Consent agenda. We have approval of the April 3rd meeting agenda, approval of the January 3rd regular meeting minutes, and approval to pay invoices amount of $8,221. Where's the consent agenda? Is there a second? I'll second. A motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Ayes have it. Moving on to old and unfinished business, we've got 5A, branding and gateway features.
As the
Go ahead.
the branding is pretty much complete. The name and related logo. We haven't been doing much updating to that. Again, we have met last week with the owner of the property, east end of the corridor, that is depicted, I think, on the location. Picture what's out there, the Route 30 coming from the east headed west. On the north side, you have the diner, and then the next property is the property where the proposed feature would go. Pretty much, toward the western property line that property has with the neighboring farm. This area, it has been historically farmed as well. To the north of this area along the corridor is a small wooded area. Might be, 1.5 to 2 acres of woods back there. You wouldn't go back that far, but it would be in front of that. We talked with the owner about it. He took these same copies of materials with him and is considering it. It sounded favorable as we were speaking with him, but I'm sure there'll be questions that he'll have coming back. There will obviously need to be the issue of compensation resolved, and as we get into those discussions, the authority will have to help us through that. He was, I think, impressed with the design and seemed to feel good about that. Asked logical questions about what the easement across the property would mean in terms of giving the authority the ability to both construct and maintain this feature going forward, if you will. protecting the, for lack of a better term, view shed, so that, we don't have, corn planted in front of it that it can't be seen in the future. The site would have to be protected from that sort of possibility as well. I thought it went well, and we'll continue to work through the issues.
My questions were putting mulch down there. It seems like it's down like a little ravine, and like how would you get a truck back there, for maintenance every year?
Yeah, something we'd have to work out. I would hope that we wouldn't have to pave anything off the highway.
Yeah, right. I agree. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like super easy. I like where it is. I just want to make it as easy as possible for our maintenance crew or mulch delivery. Glenn, if you had to deliver mulch there, how would you get it there?
Back to the Mayfield.
I guess, yeah, right? And hopefully not get stuck. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I like it.
yeah, it's great. It makes sense.
Is this the landowner that's back, the farmer that's back, his property from the whole way up there? Who is this?
Well, yeah, just to the west of Simon's place, there is a property line that divides the larger farm, which is the house and barn and related farm properties are off a lane off of Meadow View, Eastbrook Road, and you go back Meadow View to into that.
Yeah.
There's a lane that connects.
Okay.
So I believe he's actually farming this additional area owned by another property owner.
Like it.
Does it make any sense to move it up right against where the miniature golf course is, so you have easier access to it further back? Because he's gonna have to farm around that, right, there was field. He has no objection to it, that's fine.
Yeah, I guess to some extent, it could be farther west. I think the consultant felt that, and that's the level.
Well, he puts a bunch of things around it, yet the trees in the back, certainly bushes in the back, definitely give it backdrop. Yeah, as long as he doesn't mind it, I'm with you on that one, as long as he's embracing it.
The high tension PPL wires go across the corridor a little bit farther to the east.
Mhm.
So, that's also an impediment, to putting anything, under those wires. PPL doesn't like that. So there might be a little bit of space to the west of the wires, but to the east of the mini golf. We could explore that, I guess. Candidly, I think, there was also the concern that it would be more difficult with that property owner to work with than this one. So.
I like it.
Yeah, I'll just continue the conversation. See where it goes with the easement.
Oh, that's good, that's good.
That's which lit up.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you need any action on the engineering, design, and legal assistance piece?
Yes, it's, that, those are elements that will have to be undertaken. We do have funds budgeted for those items. So when we do need those services, we would go ahead and reach out for those. There'd certainly be nothing wrong with before taking a specific action to authorize it, but probably not needed.
We might have to, the process, once you get the quotes, then we maybe thinking, do you need anything before the July 17th meeting?
Well, what the budget is, it's just a normal expense, right? Yeah, we were just approve it in the bills. Yeah. It's up to you, Mr. Chairman. If you want.
We'll just, let staff this meeting.
Yeah.
Good.
Want to 5B, report on the business improvement district.
I did want to just mention, if I may, about the wayfinding. We did receive word from PennDOT that they didn't care for our approach to the system of wayfinding. They didn't have any problem with the actual signs and the placement of the signs and that sort of thing. They will follow their standard program, and that involved having to set up a system where other property owners could apply to be on the signs, and there'd have to be a system of application and expenses associated with that. And so we'll have to work on that, and hopefully we can do that. There are a few additional questions that we have that we want to get clarity from PennDOT as to exactly how this would work. So we'll be doing that, and hopefully by the time of your July meeting, we'll have all that buttoned up, and we'll be asking you to approve the wayfinding agreement with PennDOT.
ID.
Sure. The BID, I did prepare a scope of work for consulting services, which I shared in the materials that were sent out.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Yeah. Have a few.
No,
Okay.
not in there.
No, I'm fine. I'm looking at just the.
The ones that were emailed as well.
I apologize. That was, the intention was that that would have been circulated to you in advance, and obviously was not.
Okay.
So an error on our part. Apologize.
Do you want to summarize, and maybe we can, based on that summary, we can approve it here?
But we could adjourn and go.
Yeah,
through
we'll
some
get some
documents.
comments. Yeah, we'll just sit here. You got 15 minutes.
Are you folks here for the supervisors meeting or the authority meeting? We're all sitting here as members of the authority. We'll soon be sitting here as members of the.
Well, Glenn will leave. Glenn will go home.
That doesn't have to leave. Just stick around the audience.
Hey, Glenn, did you stay last time? No.
That in here long enough.
We've had some long meetings, last meeting.
See under the white lines, show you the one.
About 11:30 meeting.
Agenda items.
Just a lot of stuff.
I was watching that one. And you can see the white lights light up. And then it blinked when you hit like the maximum volume. So,
The presentation.
yeah, you were doing that at first, and it wasn't.
Yeah. 10 minutes and then.
Yeah.
It's good discussion.
We always use these lights. You always turn those lights on for meetings. It works good for seeing out there. Like, it's a great shot. We get Glenn's head there cut off.
Glenn needs to get short.
You drank? Those mountains up there. Up there, other side, go to the other side. Where do those come in?
There.
Hey. Hey. What's the relationship there?
Lead detective.
Oh. Say that.
I started in July. He hired me.
Jeez, how are you?
Just secretary. Thanks, Cindy, but I'm doing other stuff. So,
They're discussing.
Mark?
John and I would just.
We did.
Uh,
I was. It's. Good to see you.
See you, John.
Oh, my God. We got time. Yeah. Within 2 minutes. Thanks, Rob.
Well, if you want to provide a quick summary,
So it was based upon what I had prepared last year for proceeding forward, and just sort of adds in the elements of having consultant assistants to assist staff through the process, preparation of the plan, preparation of the ordinance, going through the voting procedure that's required for the bid, and assisting with that process of outreach to the business owners, guiding the authority and the staff through that process to hopefully be successful this time going forward.
it's good.
Accurate.
Set it up as a preliminary process for the formal process has to go forward to try to build support among business owners for the process. And then, go into the formal process where you have to, do the advertising, conduct the meetings, hold hearings, and ultimately put it out for a vote. Good.
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
So you need a motion to.
Motion to approve the,
Services.
is that what we're gonna call it, the scope of services? Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the scope of services and the RFP for the business improvement district process.
Motion, is there a second? Second. Motion is second. Any discussion or public comment? None. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. We have no new business action items. Is there any other public comment or comment from the board? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned.